We're diving into some insane news today. Adam Back is saying ETFs and institutional FOMO is here. Max Kaiser and Saifediana Mous are making face-melting price predictions. And Bitwise just dropped a nuclear bomb, saying the 4-year Bitcoin cycle is dead. What does this mean? A tidal wave of capital is about to rush into Bitcoin. Let's break this down. People like Adam Back and Max Kaiser are calling for $1 million Bitcoin. Back says that Bitcoin treasury companies will overtake the Magnificent Seven. Think Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and Microsoft within the next 12 to 18 months. On April 27th, MicroStrategy bought 15,000 Bitcoin. They now hold 2.8% of all coins in existence. MicroStrategy's rewriting Bitcoin's scarcity. After the 2024 halving, miners make 13,500 coins a month. Saylor is eating 30 to 50% of that, sometimes more. That's a synthetic halving in itself. Saylor's setting the game for the next century. While everyone's trying to play it safe and reasonable, US spot Bitcoin ETFs saw over 30,000 Bitcoin in net inflows last week. So what's a reasonable Bitcoin price prediction? 200,000? 250,000? Maybe even 500,000. Doesn't matter. Bitcoin doesn't play by reasonable rules. Bitwise's Matt Hogan says Bitcoin's gunning for gold's $20 trillion market and the multi-trillion-dollar cross-border transaction space. So buckle up. This isn't a slow climb.
My favorite view of the value of Bitcoin on a long-term basis is to look at the size of the market it's going after. I think Bitcoin is well on its way to disrupting gold. That's a $20 trillion market. I think it's going to be used for international transaction and cross-border transactions. That's another many trillion-dollar market. And then you can divide that by the number of Bitcoin and you end up with a target amount. At Bitwise, we think it's going to cross $1 million by 2029. I think from a shorter-term perspective, you can just look at supply and demand in the market, right? The big criticism of Bitcoin is the price is set by supply and demand. But that's also a real benefit when you're in a market like today, where again, we're producing 160,000 Bitcoin a year and ETFs are buying 500,000, right? Something has to give. And I think what gives is price resistance and ultimately it goes high.